Okay, welcome to the Sound Mill Combining Music with Announcements demo. And in this demo, we're going to continue the modular approach that we were describing in the two previous demos, the music selections and the announcements demos. We'll reuse the sound list created in those demos. So what we're going to do is create a master script now, a master sound list that will combine uh, the Beatles selections that we created and the November announcements. So let me just name this sound list so it's got a logical name, Beatles with November announcements. And you simply go to the import sound list selection item here and we'll import the Beatles sound list and we'll import the November announcements sound list. So you can see all the sound items from both of those lists, the music selections, and down here the announcement sound items have been added. So let's bring up the Automator window now, and you can see all of the scripts that we created in those demos were also imported. So it's got the play selections list for all of the Beatles music and the 4 different types of announcement scripts that we had created. So first thing you want to do then to combine these two is create a master script, and we'll just call this master run. So let me bring up the script editor here, and I'll just rename this to master run script. And now what we want to do is add in run script steps. So let me click the run script step item here in the list and add that type of step, and then it brings up a list of all the scripts that we've got to select from. So we'll select the Beatles script, and we'll add a run script step for the insert announcements. And the other thing you want to make sure of when you're combining announcements with music selections is that the run script step for the announcements is the first thing to execute. So I'll edit the steps here, select this announcements, move that to the top, and that's because when the insert announcements runs, it basically puts those announcements onto a stack and they wait and will play in between each of these music selections when the Beatles selections start playing. So that runs instantaneously to add those to the stack, and then your Beatles music will start. The other thing you can do is if you're not sure that, let's say you've got an hour intermission and you're not sure that the music will last a full hour, you can set the repeat here just set it for a higher number. So in this case it'll repeat the Beatles music 5 times, and then you can just stop the script manually. So you can see here we've got the master run script is selected. It's got the announcements will start, and then we'll get the announcements will be placed on the insert stack, and then the music selections will start playing. So let me just click run on that. So you can see the music started playing, and if we had waited till that song finished, one of the announcements from our announcement script would have played. So that's really all there is to combining music and announcements. So if you build up a library of music albums and a library of announcement scripts, you can quickly swap them in and out to create different scripts for different occasions. So the final thing we'll do here is save this list. So it'll save it as Beatles with November announcements. And now we can, now that script is already pre-created, so we can just bring it up and play it anytime we want. So this concludes the demo on combining music with announcements. Thanks for joining, and remember to join the user forum to meet other users and share solutions and ideas. Thanks.